Hi guys, it's Connie here from Say It With Simplicity and sayitwithsimplicity.com. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be taking this heavy muslin fabric and I'm going to be cutting it into two pieces that are 6 inches wide and 8.5 inches long. And the thing I like about this fabric is that when you wash it, it kind of gets this wrinkly look that sort of reminds me of an old feed sack. And I'm just using my rotary cutter and ruler for this, and it just really gives you a nice edge to work with. I like to sew these projects, and so this gives me just a nice, like I said, edge to work with, especially when I'm sewing something. And so I'm just lining this up to my mat, and I'm cutting it. And now I have my two pieces ready to go. So now I'm going to take one of those pieces, and I have my little image cut that I used, or that I cut on the Cricut, and you can see the back side here. And I'm just going to flip it over onto my piece of fabric. And this is, why you reverse these images. The vinyl's on the back side, and then you have this carrier sheet that you can use to place this on your fabric. And sorry about my little bit of OCD there. And once I get this on here, then we'll be taking this down to my heat press, and we'll be heat pressing this onto this piece of fabric. And I have a related blog post that you can follow along with, showing you the exact size that you can make these pieces of fabric, and also the image size when you're cutting it on your cutting machine. So here I am, I'm just sort of waiting for my heat press to get hot enough, and now I put my Teflon sheet on and I will press that. And I'll leave a link to this machine down in the description box below. I bought this off of Amazon and I've had it for, I don't know, several years, and I really love it a lot. And now I'm just going to peel this, and be careful, that top plate is really hot, and I probably should have just taken this off and put it on my table, but that isn't probably the best place to work, but I wanted you to be able to see me taking that off. And here I am, I have my image pressed onto my fabric. Now I'm just going to be taking my other piece and I'm going to lay that on top so I have like right sides together, and I'm going to sew all the way around the edge of this piece, leaving a little opening at the bottom that I can stuff. And you can kind of see I'm trying to show that here. I'm a little bit off camera, but I'm just going to leave a little bit of opening at the bottom. Now I have my old Singer here, and I love this old treadle. It's from the 1930s, and I've done another video with it. I think I did some placemats around Christmas time, and it's a little bit not in the greatest shape, but it sews perfectly, and so whenever I get a chance to sew on it, I do that. And I mean, in the greatest shape, I mean it's not that aesthetic look that aesthetically it's not that great of a looking machine, but it does sew perfectly. So that's the thing I'm going for here. And I'm just zipping along and doing a little back stitching here. You want to back stitch that around that opening because you don't want that to come apart when you turn your bag inside out. So now I'm just sort of going to finger press this and clip some of those threads, and then I'm going to turn it right side out. And then I just usually grab a pin to kind of pull out those corners. And that just gives it a nice, neat look. Now you could totally glue this at the bottom. I'm going to sew this, but let's go ahead and we'll use some polyfill to stuff this. Those bunnies get hungry, so we want to make sure that we have plenty of feed in there to feed them. And yes, it says 50 pounds, and this is a really tiny little bag, but this would be really cute for some tiered tray decor or a centerpiece, or even like on a shelf with a little arrangement. I think that this turned out really cute in the end. And I'm just trying to get into these corners and get it all stuffed so that it sits nice and looks full. And now I'm going to go ahead and use my sewing machine to sew at the bottom, and I'll show you what that looks like. And there I just sewed along the edge, and we're all finished. And that turned out cute. I love the little bunny, and it kind of has a little bit of a realistic look. And you can use it for decorating for Easter. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will link that blog post down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.